Welcome back. It is still Sports just right here on the Captain TV studios. An eventful weekend it was, but the talking point has to be the game between Newcastle and Arsenal that was marred with so many controversies. It makes me wonder, has the VAR done more good than harm to the footballing world? Well, I have two amazing gentlemen with me today to analyze this. I have the one and only Moses Abu. Good afternoon, Moses.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
Glory, glory, Man United, I must say.
Of course. We came back, we bounced back.
Bruno Fernandes pulled a shocker.
Yeah, he did. He's the captain. So to him, much is given, much is expected.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I also have another Manchester United Supreme right here with me. He's none other than Julius Excel. Good afternoon and welcome to Sports.
Good afternoon, my Sports Supremo. It's a nice weekend for United.
Yes, it was. It came to everyone as a shock.
Yeah.
And some people were even throwing jabs at him, saying he's not the right captain. But whichever way, he pulled that particular goal that gave United all 3 points. And someone was saying to me this morning, a Man United fan, he said, it's funny how Man United has been losing and yet we are still sixth on the table. I mean, how did that happen? No, but what made us what happened? Is every other club struggling?
It's not as if maybe all the losses came from the Premier League.
Okay.
We lost in Champions League,
Yeah.
in Carabao.
Okay. It wasn't just the Premier
Not just
Then
the
I think
Premier League.
the other thing that actually helped us, if we lose, maybe the other person that is ahead of us will still lose.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah?
You know, that all will draw.
Just
So
like,
when we win
okay,
again,
I get
we'll
in the
go
case
up.
of Aston
You
Villa.
understand?
Yes, Aston Villa lost their game,
Yeah.
and they could have been maybe third on the table. Yeah, but City is still sitting strong at the top. Maybe Tottenham, if they win Chelsea tonight, might just go up and replace City. Yes, Tottenham will take on Chelsea at the London Stadium tonight, and I am really anxious about that game. Or whichever way, may the best man win. Let me hear from you, Excel. You seem excited about that one. Any predictions for tonight?
Yeah, it's a derby. It's a derby.
Yeah.
But then you see a team that has not been doing well, Chelsea,
Yeah.
which want to come bounce back to tell the management and the fans that look, this game we won't take it lightly with them because we need points.
Okay.
You are the group leader, but then we need points to go up. So I don't think Chelsea will take it lightly with Tottenham.
Yeah.
But Tottenham, on the other hand, also would want to lose the match because they are playing at home, and the fans, the motivation and everything, and the expectation that is vested on them. You understand? Because so far so good, they are doing well. You understand? So they don't want to lose the match.
All right. I mean, if I want to take it back in time and talk about Tottenham Chelsea derbies, it brings back, lots of memories and emotion. Yeah. And I think the one I remember most was in 2015, the year Leicester City won the league. Yes, Tottenham were in contention for the league that year, but Chelsea, stopped that, and they stopped any hope of them winning the league when they played out a 2-0 draw at Stamford Bridge. That game ended with both opposition team fighting each other, and I think the rivalry between Chelsea and Tottenham it doesn't always end well. Yeah. There's always maybe a fight, red card, or controversy over time, and maybe past 10 years I think Chelsea has had it better with them, but a couple of seasons Chelsea has struggled. I don't know what to expect tonight when it comes to Chelsea Tottenham, but maybe Moses can clear my doubt.
Well, for me, like you said, over time there has been a whole lot of controversy, drama, and due to the rivalry between them. Even though Tottenham is a North London club, Chelsea is a West London. But I remember it was last year, during the match there was an heated argument between Thomas Tuchel and Antonio Conte.
Yes.
Over handshake. Do you understand?
I mean, it also ended in a dustbowl.
Of course, the match ended in draw, but we all know that he's always intense. When it comes to Chelsea and Tottenham, and I expect the match to be to go in similar direction.
Okay.
Yeah, same dimension tonight. But let's not forget the fact that Tottenham, they're in form of their life right now, so they want to do all they can, to win the match, because the partnership between Son and Maddison is really working out.
Yes, it is.
And the coach as well is doing so well for Tottenham. Of course, we've seen, over the past couple of matches that Chelsea as well, they are doing so well when it comes to, facing big teams.
Yeah.
They did so well against Arsenal, even though they couldn't win. They did so well against Liverpool in their first match as well. So I know Chelsea too want to put up a fight. to Tottenham. But I still see Tottenham going on to win that match.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, some results from the Premier League games during the course of the weekend. Fulham lost at home to Manchester United. It ended 1-0 in favor of Manchester United. Brentford defeated West Ham 3-2 in a London derby, while Burnley lost at home to Crystal Palace. It ended 0-2 in favor of Crystal Palace. Everton played out a 1-0 draw against Brighton. Manchester City were ruthless against Bournemouth. That particular game ended 6-1 in favor of Manchester City. Now, it brings me to the talking point, Jeremy Doku. Now, I've asked this question before. I'm going to ask it again. How did Chelsea see a player like Jeremy Doku, and instead they went for players like Lavia, Ugochukwu, Madueke, or even Moises Caicedo? Which should I start with? Okay, Moses.
Even me, I'm surprised. Because in a way, I feel like Doku too falls in that category, you know, of dreadlock players. Yeah. That Chelsea should have. So how did but they missed out on, you know, they contribute to the
dreadlock club.
Yeah. But I don't know how Chelsea missed out. You know, it's like Chelsea were just focused on, you know, standing for. Chelsea didn't even bother to sign a proven centre forward aside from Nicolas Jackson. Do you understand?
And we know Nicolas is.
Maybe they felt they have Sterling, so they don't feel any need to sign Doku, you know, for Manchester, because even Pep Guardiola said it. He said he's surprised, like took him by surprise. He know Doku is a good player, but he never really expected him, you know, to be doing what he's doing right now. You know, he has settled in so fast and he's playing so well. So he has taken everybody by surprise. So I can't necessarily blame Chelsea for missing out on him. Because even Manchester City right now, they are surprised too that he's playing so well. They don't know he's as good as he is right now. You know, and you can see now in Manchester City, why do I
feel like? So let me cut you short. Why do I feel like they brought him in as maybe an understudy to Jack Grealish, and currently he's taking Jack Grealish's position?
Yeah, I feel like Manchester City brought him in not to make an instant impact.
Yes, that's what I feel.
Because from Pep Guardiola's comments, you would know Pep Guardiola didn't sign this player to come and make instant impact. He said he didn't. He was expecting him to take more time to settle in. Do you get? So I feel like they brought in as understudy
to Jack Grealish. In my opinion, I think so too.
And to provide competition for Jack Grealish, because ever since Sterling left Manchester City, nobody has really been able to compete with Grealish, and Grealish himself too has been a bit relaxed. So, but you know, Doku has really come in and he's fighting for his spot. I
mean, still, while sticking with Jeremy Doku, Pep Guardiola said, you know, during his press conference that he wants to see hunger and fire, the desire to want to play for Manchester City. And he said that's what he's seeing with Jeremy Doku. And he loves the competition going on between Jack Grealish and Jeremy Doku for who starts in that particular position. Now, I'm going to ask you, Excel, do you think the Pep Guardiola effect is the reason why Jeremy Doku is this good?
Well, first of all, I want to appreciate his disciplinary action that he's taking as a coach, because all these players, they need discipline for them to be able to play well and to know their stand in whatever position they are playing on the pitch.
Yeah.
You know, before they bought him, he was actually outstanding there in France when he was playing in Ligue 1 France. So he came to a club where he's meeting giants. Meeting,
I like the word
scholars in football.
Treble winners.
And the people are trending. You understand? People have made more money, more name than him. You understand? And I see Man City as a team who gives opportunity to anybody who wants to really play football, play good football. And I think what Guardiola did is the right thing. He gave him the chance and he actually made use of the chance. But then for Jack Grealish, they're having some issues. You know, he's a dribbler. You always make foul, cause foul, give yellow card to players, you understand. There is good for the team, but then he has built this attitude of he has always give this, always want to fight back with players and all that. Yes, you were fouled. They gave the person that fouled you a yellow card or red card. You want to fight back. That's bad. Allow the law to take its course. So those fight and all that is actually another bad side of him. The coach is watching, the players are watching, the management are watching, and the world is watching. And you are not actually bringing the best. When Sterling was there, he was bringing the best before he lost out, he fell from form. But then this man is in and out. So when we have somebody who can actually go and try, why don't we try him?
I mean, Jeremy Doku picked up the man of the match during the game between Man City and Bournemouth. He got a goal. He could have gotten 2 goals, but he hit the ball hits Akanji, and it was given to Akanji. But he got 4 assists in that particular game. Now talk about the performance from a player, Jeremy Doku. What an outstanding player he has been, and he took the EPL by shock. Anyways, now let's talk a bit about Arsenal, Newcastle. Yes, manager Mikel Arteta has come out to say that it is an absolute disgrace that this goal is allowed. I feel embarrassed. This is nowhere near the level to describe this as the best league in the world. Now, over time, the EPL has deprived themselves as one of the best, if not the best league in the entire world. Yeah, but since the introduction of the video assistant referee, there's been so many inconsistencies. Yes, now the question I'm going to be asking you guys is, has the VAR done more harm than good in football since its introduction? Let me start with you, Moses.
Well, for me, when you say more harm than good, then it depends on the aspects through which you want to look at it, because no matter how much harm the VAR has done, there are still some clubs that have benefited, and you won't expect those clubs to come out and join hands with clubs that have been victimized by VAR. The likes of Liverpool this season, of course, definitely they won't agree with what VAR is doing. The likes of Manchester United, the likes of Arsenal. And going into that match, you could see that the goal was controversial. The goal shouldn't have stand, because build up to the goal, it was off the line already. Yeah,
it was out of play, yeah.
Yeah, they checked that. After checking that, they checked a possible foul. You know, Arsenal defender was fouled. Build up to the goal. That one was checked, it was overruled. Then they checked possible offside too. And it was very clear that the goal shouldn't have stand, because Arsenal defender were fouled, it was off the line, and it was almost offside. Even if it wasn't offside, but at least that possible foul was there, it should have stand, then off the line too. So I was surprised how the VAR managed to give Newcastle, the goal. And when you look at Manchester United match between against Manchester City, Højlund fouled Rodri. It was just a very light touch, and Rodri fell so easily. Same foul Højlund committed. Gabriel committed same foul against Højlund between the match between Arsenal and Manchester United, and Gabriel's foul on Højlund was even much more heavier than that the one Højlund committed against Rodri. But the penalty wasn't given during Manchester United and Arsenal. But in the case of Manchester United, Manchester City, it was given. So a whole lot of controversy.
I mean, it makes us want to question the VAR and their competence.
And when you look at VAR, why was VAR introduced? It was to manage situations like that. Because I understand that sometimes, in big matches, referees can be very intense. They can be under so many pressure. It's not possible for them to see some situations clearly. Sure. But VAR will help them review and take them back to the incidents. If it's something they can just wave aside, and if it's something they feel like, okay, they need more action, then they should be able to do what is right. Yeah. Not acting as if they are being biased. Do you get? Because for me, I'm not an Arsenal fan, but that goal shouldn't have stand.
Likewise, I'm not an Arsenal fan either. I'm a football lover, and I feel like even if they omitted the offside or the push, I think the ball was already out of play, and I think that was the most obvious thing in the build up to that particular goal. It was already out of play, and I don't understand why they didn't call the attention of the referee to go and check the TV so he ascertains what is right or not. They just allowed it slide.
I feel like even the referee himself can ask or can tell them that he wants to check the screen. But he didn't feel it's necessary.
And I don't know why. Can we explain why?
Firstly, let me answer the question you asked in Oga Moses.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he spoke very well, but then a question like that is feast on debate.
Okay.
Yeah, on the bone of contention. If they have done more good than bad. Okay. I will say they have done more good because they are making mistakes, but not often. You understand?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think I can make some instances of some games that VAR actually prevail. Came in and they said it the way it ought to be.
I want to know what game that is.
An instance is Manchester United and Paris Saint-Germain.
Oh, okay.
Where Dalot was playing that shot, and you thought, all of us, even the fans, thought that it was just ball, but then the video came back. The VAR is to review, you understand, but the referee is to make a final say. Yeah. So it was seen, the fans, even the Paris Saint-Germain, saw that it was actually a penalty, handball. So I think that was actually helped Man United to qualify to the next stage. Then a lot of teams who we qualify or not qualify before VAR came in and they make justice. But then when people are saying you are going to be assisting the referee, and there are a lot of controversial issues, and it is very, very clear. It is very, very clear for you, vivid for you to see that this is bad, this is wrong. The issue of Newcastle and Arsenal, it was very, very clear. The ball was out of play. That should disqualify the goal. That should disqualify the goal. But then you allowed such to continue, and you didn't give the ref to go and check. If he had gone there to check, he would have seen more clearly.
And the referee on his own part didn't even bother. He
would have seen more clearly. So I think they are raising issues on themselves. They are making the publics, the audience, the fans, the management of the different teams to believe that they are not actually doing their job.
I mean, it's already obvious that they're not competent. You go to the French Ligue 1 or the Spanish La Liga or even the German Bundesliga, and you watch how VAR has evolved over time. And I think if you want to compare their level of growth to that of the EPL.
I think, let me cut you short. Okay. I think you have brought a point. If you watch Spanish La Liga, if you go to Serie A, you go to France, you go to Bundesliga, when they play the ball, maybe after 3 minutes time, they will review it back. I've not seen so. Then when they played in Serie A, after 3-4 minutes, 5 minutes, they came back to review. Go and check it.
Yeah, exactly.
I've not seen it in England football.
Sure.
Within seconds or minutes, that's where they check.
Okay,
you have to go back and check.
There was a particular game, if I am not mistaken, I don't know if it was last season or 2 seasons ago. Yeah, the game was already over. It was a United game. Yeah. I remember it completely. I don't know if you guys remember.
Okay.
The game was already over.
Yeah.
They were already going out for halftime, and they had to call them back. That there was a goal. I mean, was it a penalty call that was not reviewed? It was United.
Handball.
Yes, you remember that particular game. Yes.
Handball,
so I think something like
that's a great job.
That's how, but it only happened once.
That's a great
After
job.
that time, I don't really see it. Happened that
time. Like I said the other time, they've done more damage
than good.
Yeah. So the issue is this: it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
Of course, they'll make some mistakes.
Yeah, sure.
But it shouldn't be mistakes that
is obvious.
That is obvious.
Yeah.
Or mistakes that was you even start doubting that this thing is not a mistake anymore. It's deliberate. It was intentional.
Yeah.
Do you get? So you feel like this thing shouldn't happen because you are there to, like you said, you are there to assist the referee.
Yeah.
It's not just a one man team. It's like a 4-man team. Monitoring the match on the screen.
I mean, there are 3 men there before we even get to the video assistant referee. There are people who assist him. Are you saying that these men are they just watching their screen, or are they sleeping while on duty? Because if you're really watching that game closely, you realize that ball was out of play. I don't even care about the offside call or the foul.
No, even the offside, you can just understand. You understand.
But it was out of play. Are you saying that the distance between the line and the ball wasn't so much, or it doesn't matter anymore in the EPL? If the EPL, like I said, has not evolved ever since the inception of VAR, in my opinion, go to the Ligue 1 and see wonders happening there. They make the same. If they're going to punish you for an offense, it is the same. It does not change for any club. Even if you go to the Spanish La Liga, it's the same. And you go to the German Bund, even in the Italian Serie A, why is the EPL priding themselves as the best league in the world, and yet small thing as the VAR?
Well, to me,
they don't manage it well.
To me, I will say if they continue like this, the VAR in England continue like this, I think they will never be top 10.
And I don't think FIFA wants to invite them.
This is UEFA will not want to invite them for those European competitions.
Yeah.
And was it 2 weeks ago or last week? Tony Taylor was demoted to the championship.
Yes.
You know, for obvious mistakes and errors, you know, he committed.
But the same Anthony Taylor, I think it's the same Anthony Taylor that was bullied by Jose Mourinho.
He's always making
Yes.
He's always making errors.
During the conference league
Conference
finals.
League, yeah.
Wow.
The same man. You know, he has been involved in so many controversial.
Jose Mourinho was right
like
about
that.
him after
Of
all.
course. You know, sometimes there are some coach, they are always trying to be very careful, you know, in the Premier League, because the FA, they don't pay attention to what needs to be corrected.
Yeah.
They pay attention to coaches' reaction, what they say, you know, and at the end of the day, they'll find them that the coach comments, you know, is abusive, you know, is
violent.
He's violent.
Yeah.
This is that.
And
What about reaction?
We know Mourinho as a very loud
exactly.
and outspoken manager.
So what about what led to the action? They don't really care to look into the matter deeply. No. So it's like, in a way, I feel like the FA, England FA, they are not even really helping, you know, matters, and they are just being biased about you.
I mean, Euro 2024 is coming up soon, and you might just not even see any England referee in that particular tournament. Anyways, before we end the show for today, I'll be asking you guys your standout game of the weekend and your shocking the game that came to you guys as a shock, and why. So let me start with you, Excel. What was your standout game for the weekend?
My shocking game was Liverpool. Because they played to an extent that they gave up. And the other team took it from them. You know, when you are trying to score, you are not scoring. The weaker team is watching you.
Yes.
Once they get the opportunity to counter you, they get a goal.
And the fact that Luton played at home, is that an advantage?
It's an advantage because the fans were there to share their up. You see the noise and everything. Then there are some players in Luton that they have this spirit of, we can do it. In light of this boy, the Man United boy, he plays with his heart. I don't know why we
you guys allowed him
to. But then they tried, despite the draw.
But I think Liverpool also came to me as a shock, in the sense that this is the same Luton that Chelsea beat 3-0 convincingly, and Liverpool are now playing a 1-0 draw against them. It goes to tell you how.
And they needed the points, and they are informed. So it's a very shocking news.
It goes to tell you how much of a league the EPL is. So what was your standout game of the week? Newcastle Arsenal. You expected them to win?
Yes.
Oh, really? All right. Let me hear from you, Moses.
The shocking game was Luton Town Liverpool.
Okay.
Because everybody really expects Liverpool to win the match. Do you get? And sometimes, even when Liverpool are losing, they've always been known as this comeback king.
Actually this season.
So when they equalized, people were still expecting them to go on and, you know, pull up something, but they couldn't against a Luton Town team, you know, who lost to Chelsea. And not just them scoring against Liverpool, but a boy who Manchester United released, Tahith Chong, was the one who scored against Liverpool. You understand? So it was something so surprising. Nobody really expected the match to end in draw.
Okay.
I believe everybody would have expected Liverpool to go on and win.
Just as what happened yesterday.
The whole world. I mean, I saw on the one of the blogs where even a pastor, a particular, was it Bishop? He predicted that Liverpool was going to win.
Yeah.
And
I think
a blind man should predict that now.
Yeah, Luton. I mean, when Liverpool is playing a club like Luton Town, you expect
the quality you expect Liverpool to go on and win, because they're playing against a newly promoted side who hasn't played Premier League for years. So, and Liverpool, they've been playing so well, much more better than last season. So I don't just know why it's happened, but that's just football for me.
I think the good part of that game was Luis Diaz getting a goal and begging his father's kidnappers to please free him. I hope they free him so he can come back to his family and everybody go back to him.
Of course, I'm very sure that he will be so emotional at that point in time. I wasn't even expecting him to play. I
was shocked to say
because
in the starting lineup.
I know psychologically he's not in the best, in the right frame of mind to play football. But you know, as due to his passion for football, he just wanted to play the team as well.
Well, I hope they release his father. Well, for me, my shocking game of the week has to be the game between Rayo Vallecano and Real Madrid. I thought Real Madrid was going to win, but regardless, and Man United picking up all 3 points came to me as a shock too. Anyways,
And don't forget Roma.
well, let's not forget Chelsea will take on Tottenham Hotspur tonight, and I am expecting Chelsea to take on all 3 points against Tottenham. Thank you so much, guys, for being on the show with me. Thank you to our amazing viewers. Let's do this again, same time, same station tomorrow. I remain Dearest Mba. Do have a wonderful day.